Welcome to another lockdown episode of Let's Go Flying. This is just a local flight that I did pre-lockdown. Obviously the boredom at the moment, not being able to fly, is getting the better of me, so I thought I'd try and throw something together, take up some of my time, give you something to do, and hopefully give you something entertaining to watch. So you join me now, just about to taxi to runway 27 for departure, and as you can see, the ground's relatively soft, but hopefully it should be a nice smooth flight.
The wind is only a couple of knots, if that, and it's only just off. I mean, there's no wind down there whatsoever right at the far end, but is it worth me taxiing all the way down there for the sake of a 2-knot headwind, tailwind, sorry? Tricky one. I'm going to say no.
Apologies for all the head movement. There are a few obstacles at wing height which I was trying to avoid. This is the only disadvantages I've actually found with the head cam actually. If you move your head around a lot, it can make for a somewhat unpleasant viewing experience, but the positives of this angle far outweigh the negatives. It'd be interesting to know what you think. Drop a comment after the video.
Ashcroft traffic, Golf Charlie Delta Juliet Romeo entering runway 27 for departure. So do our pre-takeoff checks. So wind is more or less straight across the strip. We've got awareness clear left right on approach, flaps set, trim is set, and temperatures and pressures are all good. Okay, so Ashcroft traffic, Golf Charlie Delta Juliet Romeo taking off at runway 27. So a bit of back pressure on the sticks, we've got some very soft ground here. Ease her into the air and then get the nose up, there we go. Nicely done. It's 400 feet. 500 feet. 600 feet, flaps away, climb out 70. That's 1,000 feet there. We'll just cruise climb up to about 1,400, something like that. Beeston Castle over there, beautiful. Okay, so we are just climbing along. We've got Crewe over there, Winsford over there, Holmes Chapel over there, and Sandbach over that way. Just see it in the distance. Yeah, just having a bimble about while the sun is deciding to set. Sunset is in about half an hour, so I don't want to be out too much longer than that because I won't be able to bloody see anything for starters. So that's a wise move. Temperatures good, pressures good, fuel is good, everything's good. See the size of Crewe down there, just sprawling out, it's so big. Getting a bit choppy here. You can't actually tell because the camera's got such good stabilisation on it. but you can't tell when it's bumping about a bit. But we are bumping about a little bit right this second. So many people keep saying to me, "Oh, I'm not going up in that plane. It's rubbish. It's unsafe, or flying's dangerous." It's only as dangerous as the person that's controlling it. At the end of the day, we're sufficiently trained individuals, and we know the aircraft. We know what to look for if there's any faults. Obviously, there are mechanical things that can go wrong, but it's very, very rare. I'm literally, I'm controlling this aircraft now. It's so well balanced. I'm controlling it with 2 fingers as I'm flying along. And I tip it to the right, and we go right, like that. You see? It's remarkable. And she'll just stay there happily, and I'm just controlling that with 2 fingers there. Then go the other way, tip it to the left, wait for it to roll, and there we go again. Don't need any extra power, got plenty of speed. Losing a little bit of height, but there we go, it's all good. But it's just that freedom that, you can literally go, I want to go and fly over that lake there, and I can just tip the stick a little bit, check around me obviously while I'm doing it, which I am doing it all the time, might I add, and I can just steer towards it. It doesn't matter if there's a road, there's no road. You don't follow roads in the air, you're just flying along happily, enjoying the view, minding your own business, looking at the clouds, and looking out for traffic, obviously, because that's a must. Okay, so I've just upped the power a little bit and upped the speed, and we're just charging over towards Beeston Castle, which is just there on the nose. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to have a look at from overhead when you're flying around it. What I tend to do is I'll drop down a little bit in height as I'm coming up towards it. I'll pass it on the left, and I'll just basically have a good look around it as I'm flying around, and then come back round, slingshot round. That's usually my route home. And I'm going to fly around the castle on the hill, in the famous words of Ed Sheeran. And then that is usually a beautiful view, except the sun's supposed to be setting soon, but I can't see any sun. I guess getting a bit of chop here as we get towards the hills. I'm not going to go any lower than that today, because there is a little bit of lumpy air around. It's not much, but it's best to stay out of it. So there's Beeston Castle just there. We're not going any lower than this. There's Peckforton Castle just there as well, I don't know if you can see it. It's there, and then there's Beeston Castle. That's where everyone gets married, and that's where everyone goes for a walk after. So it's a pretty cool little thing flying through there. You've just got to be careful of any rotor off the hills or nasty strong winds, but it's not too bad today. There's barely anything about at all. So again, obviously, keeping the 500 foot rule in my mind. Anyway, that's beautiful. Look at that Beeston Castle there. Literally just on a loop around it. Another pretty cool place that I love is just over here as well. You can see it in a moment. So we are flying quite low here. Is that some sort of accident down there on that road? I can't see. Is that a fire engine or a gritter? I do not know. And we are chugging along. Golf course. And anyway, where is it? Where's it gone? Here we go, right on the nose now, just over there, 12 o'clock. We've got Oulton Park, which is a racing circuit for those of you who don't know. It is very close to Liverpool airspace, but I reckon we can do a lap of the track while we're up here. Should give that a go. so there's no one to annoy. I don't know whether you can see it down there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's quite a sharp one coming up here though. Let's reduce the speed a little bit for a sharp turn. But, get the power on. There we go. Don't lose any more height. Pretty cool place. Following the circuit round. I'm not even going to attempt that hairpin. It's just not a good idea at all. I think it's an awful idea actually. Oh, yeah, that's tight. Yeah, we're not going to do that. So we're going to head back to base. We'll put a radio call into Ashcroft. Ashcroft traffic, Golf Charlie Delta Juliet Romeo approaching from the west, approximately 1 mile to run. So we're just letting them know we're approaching. There's the airfield just there, I don't know whether you can see it. And then we're going to do what's called a standard overhead join. Some birds down there, just a bit low for my liking. So we set the altimeter 100 flash 100. There we go, it's 1,000 feet. Okay, so we'll descend on the dead side. Ashcroft traffic, Golf Charlie Delta Juliet Romeo, descending dead side for runway 09. So that's a circuit height of 800 feet, and then we are going to turn downwind in just a moment. Ashcroft traffic, Golf Charlie Delta Juliet Romeo, turning downwind for runway 09. So we'll do quite a tight little approach actually today, just a bit of extra practice. It's quite a flat approach into 09 anyway, so we'll get the speed down while we're on the downwind leg here, and then we will turn immediately now onto crosswind, sorry, base even, not crosswind, turn immediately onto base leg, and then get the flaps out. 1, 2, retrim. And come off the power a little bit. We are quite high. Ashcroft traffic, Golf Charlie Delta Juliet Romeo, turning final for runway 09. So we'll turn on to final now. Nice steep little turn there, keep the speed still in the white arc. Third stage of flap out, and then we will do a little side slip like this. So yes, we are coming in sideways, but straighten up, last minute. keep the speed up. Because the ground's so boggy, you don't even need the brakes. Ashcroft traffic, Charlie, Golf Charlie Delta Juliet Romeo, backtracking at runway 09 to vacate.